Good evening, dear students and viewers. Today we are going to learn how to do parametric programming or parametric modeling in GeoGebra application and how to do animation like that one you are seeing on the screen now. So let us see. For doing this, we will start with setting the grid lines. Although this is not mandatory, but I prefer doing that so that we can see it clearly. Now, here you can see that show grids is coming. So major and minor grid lines I will set so that we can see the grid lines clearly. Now I will use the algebra view or algebra tab here, and we will try to see the programming part. Now here you see that we will try to see how I can define a point in terms of its parameters. Here I will set the radius as r. So as in case of polar coordinate system, we define r. So here I am taking r as say 10 units and another coordinate that is theta. So here you can see in this keypad, here are many tabs. So I will select the algebra, that is the alphabet tab. So ABC. Now here you see that it is selected already the Greek alphabet. So I will define theta. So theta I will set initially as 1, and from this function tab I will select degree. So 1 degree. Next I will define a point P in terms of r and theta as its coordinates. So P is r cos theta. So cos, then we will see theta and then r sine theta. So P is equal to r cos theta comma r sine theta. Now we have defined P. Now let us see where is point P. So you can see on the right hand side of the screen, point P has appeared. Now we will set another point, that is the origin of the coordinate system, as O is equal to 0, 0. So point O is here. Now we will join point O and point P by the segment command. So segment command. Now segment command requires, here you can see, as its two arguments as 2 points. So we will select that point O and point P. So that is the segment. Here you can see OP is the line segment joining O and P as its endpoints. Now we will select that segment to set a color. Say for example, I want to set red. So it is red colored. That is the line segment. And if I want to set a color for point P, say for example green, then I can use this. Now let us see how to rotate that line segment OP. Now here what we will do is we will change that theta value for that rotation or animation. So here on the right hand side of theta, there are 3 vertical dots. We will select that, and there is setting here. So I will select that setting. Now in the setting, here you can see that there are many tabs appearing. I will select the slider. Now I will select the checkbox that is show slider in algebra view, and you see that there a slider is appearing on that is on that theta algebra view part. Now here you see that there are many such informations or inputs. The minimum value of the theta is given as theta is equal to 0. Maximum value is 180. So theta will vary from 0 to 180. 180 increment here is given as 1 degree. So you can change it to say 2 degree or 5 degree, so that the increment will be jumped from 1 again to say 6 like that. Sorry, 0 to 5, and then 10 like that. So next, there is a speed here. So that is speed will be 1 or say 2 or 5. That speed can be set. Now another thing is that the change of theta can be oscillating or increasing or decreasing. I can select say oscillating first and show how it works or how it appears. Now let us see what happens. So you see that O and P is moving. O is fixed and P is moving. So again oscillating back to 0. So that is for oscillating. Now let us select increasing and let us see what happens. So here you see that increasing, 0 to 180 increasing. So it will disappear here. Again, it will go back to 0. Now let us see for full rotation, we will set theta from 0 to 180 instead of 0 to 360 instead of 180. So it will be 360 here so that we can see a complete rotation. Now let us see 0 to 360 complete rotation, and then again 0 to 360 it will turn. Now if we want to select a higher speed, here you can see that 1x you can set from here also. If you want to change that, say for example 1.5 or 2 like that, the speed is changing. So from that we can understand the speed. So here you see that on the slider it has come 2. That means it is running at uh, double the speed. Okay, you can change the increment from say 1 to say 5 degrees. So you will see that it is moving, or it will be jumping. So so the increment is 5 degree now instead of 1 degree. Okay, so that way we can go for animating some line segment or a point, and that means by using the parametric modeling or parametric computation in GeoGebra. So if I just switch up that line segment, then you can see that point will be moving. So you can see a point moving about another point like that. So thank you.